Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Gotlegs. Today I'm not riding outside because it's pretty bad weather. It's not raining or anything, but the weather is just not too good. And I did my strength training this morning, so I've already done my training for today. But I wanted to talk to you about wheels. As some of you might remember, I crashed my bike earlier this year, and the wheels were just dead. I had to get new wheels. And I started looking into what kind of wheels I should get, and I looked at all the different manufacturers that I really like. So I looked at the Zip 404s, I looked at the Reynolds Aero 65, I think they're called. I looked at various other wheels, Boyd Cycling, Borg, looked at some Chinese stuff from the respected manufacturers, not really the ones that you get from eBay for like $200 for a set. Pretty much narrowed it down to the Enve wheels because I've been really fond of the wheels that I've had so far. I had the 4.5s, and the only downside to them were pretty much the hubs. So the hubs were just not stiff enough for me, and I had to get them relaced with new spokes to stiffen them up a bit, but it was never that good. So I looked at the new 5.6 that they just released with the wider rim and 2+ compatible and all that stuff, and I was pretty much dead set that that I was going to get them. And I wanted to get some exotic hubs for them. I'm not a Chris King fan. I have a friend who has Chris King hubs, and he told me the story of having to replace the bearings, and it took like forever. It cost them a fortune to have them replaced. So I didn't want Chris King hubs. I didn't want the DT Swiss 240 hubs, although they're great hubs. They're just not doing it for me. I have them on my 6.7 wheels on my TT bike, and they're great hubs, no doubt about it. They're just not too flamboyant or anything like that. So I looked at the White Industries T11 hubs because they get great reviews. Also looked at the Industry 9 Torch hub for the road, I think they're called. But the thing about the Industry 9 hubs were like crazy expensive here in Europe, so they were pretty fast out of the equation. The White Industry hubs are also a bit expensive and not too light, but then again, they're great quality. And then somebody told me about the Carbon TI hubs, and they're not too expensive here in Europe, and they're quite light. So I think they're about 240 grams for a set, which is about 100 grams at least less than White Industry hub. So I was pretty set on getting the 5.6 with the Carbon TI hubs, having like a low weight build. But then I got my Reynolds Attack wheels, which are the 2+ compatible ones, the low profile ones as well. And they're just a pain to get tires on. I was thinking that if the 5.6 from Enve were as difficult as the Reynolds wheels, it would just be a no-go. So I started looking at the 4.5s again because I was pretty satisfied with them. And I came across various deals and actually found a set on eBay which had the Carbon TI hubs, which was just perfect. So a bit back and forth with the seller, and he shipped them off to me, and I received them, and they're looking very nice. So this is the front wheel. As you can see, not too much to brag about. Enve wheels, this is a 48mm front, I believe. It has the textured braking surface that I really wanted. Has the Carbon TI X Hub Road SP hubs, which are very nice. They're in a dull black. I have to apologize. I wanted to get them in a bluish or pinkish or purplish. Basically anything other than black, but it's what they came stock with from the seller's point, so I'll live with that. They look very nice. It looked very stiff, quite wide, and that's the front wheel. As mentioned, it has the white decals on, but the seller was kind enough to send me the black decals as well, so I can change those if I want to, and I think that I want to, but just not now because I think it's a bit of a hassle, like changing the decals. So front wheel, very nice. And we also have the rear wheel. Let me get that. And this is the rear wheel. As you can see, it has the free hub body and it's quite loud. Let's see how loud it actually is. So that's a pretty loud free hub. I kind of like it. I don't mind it being loud. I know a lot of people like to have more silent free hub bodies. I really don't understand why, but of course, if you want to silence it, you can put in a heavier grease and that'll probably take a lot of the noise out of it. So these are basically like new. I don't think that the seller has ridden more than 500 kilometers on these, and I got them at about 55 or 60% off compared to if I bought them new, so that's really nice. Before making this video, I actually put them on the scale, and quite surprising, they were actually lighter than the carbon hub version that I had before from Enve with the ceramic speed bearings. So these are 1450 grams dead, so exactly that weight. And I think that my previous wheel set were like 1465 grams, so that's only 15 grams of a difference. But these hubs are hopefully a lot stiffer, that's what I've been told at least, more durable and also cheaper than the Enve hubs. So that's just great. They're not as exotic as the Enve hubs because they were all carbon, but I can live with that. I need a wheel set that can handle my weight, my power, and won't be too flexy for me. And the weight is of course with the rim tape installed, so basically you can knock off 15 or 25 grams per wheel and you're around the 1400 grams without the rim tape, which is pretty light. So that's the new wheel set. I won't be riding these until next year because right now I'm on the winter bike and won't be breaking out the S-Works outside riding at least until probably March, depending on the weather. So these will take up some space in my basement, but I'm just so satisfied that I actually got these. I'm really looking forward to giving them a real test. So thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, watch the other videos, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. So until next time, bye.